Hello, how are you today? No matter where you are in your journey, remember this. Recovery is not only possible, it is waiting for you, one step at a time. What is a best friend? A best friend is someone who hears the things you don't say, who feels your pain like it's their own, who doesn't try to fix you but simply sits beside you even in your silence. A best friend carries your burdens without making you feel like one. They remind you who you are when you forget. They walk with you through the fire, not away from it. Do you have someone like that, someone who has seen you at your worst but still chooses you every time? If you do, you're blessed. And if you don't, it's okay. Because tonight, in this space, I want you to feel what it means to be truly understood. This is not just about friendship. This is about connection, the kind of connection that can save your life. When you're struggling with addiction, or anxiety, or pain that no one else can see, the world can feel cold, lonely, distant. But one voice, one person who looks at you without judgment and says, "I'm here," that can change everything. It's not easy to let someone in, especially when you've been hurt, especially when you've trusted the wrong people, when you've been told directly or silently that your pain is too much, that you are too much. So you start hiding. You laugh when you want to cry. You say, "I'm fine," when you're falling apart. You become your own best friend not because you want to, but because you feel like you have no choice. And yet deep down, there's still a part of you that hopes that maybe one day someone will understand, that someone will sit across from you and say, "You don't have to pretend with me," and mean it. Because real friendship doesn't ask you to be strong all the time. It doesn't disappear when you're at your lowest. It shows up in the quiet, in the late-night texts, in the ride to therapy, in the silence that doesn't need to be filled. Sometimes the best friend you need is you, not the version of you that's constantly judging every mistake, but the part of you that says, "I know you're hurting and I'm still here." Being a friend to yourself means choosing rest when your body is tired, forgiving yourself when you slip, speaking to yourself with softness, even when the world has been harsh. Healing starts when you begin to treat yourself like someone worth loving, someone you would never abandon. Trust is fragile, especially when it's been broken. You start to believe that opening up is dangerous, so you build walls. But the truth is, you were never meant to heal alone. Rebuilding trust takes time, small moments, consistency, and someone who doesn't give up on you when you're difficult. It takes you giving yourself permission to try again. Sometimes it only takes one person to save a life, one voice that says, "I'm here, I'm not going anywhere." That presence can change everything. You don't need advice, you need to be seen, to be understood. That kind of love is powerful, never underestimate it. And maybe right now, you don't have that person. But that doesn't mean you never will. Sometimes healing starts here with this space, with one voice, with one line that says, "Me too." And until someone else shows up, you can be that safe place for yourself. If you're lucky enough to have someone who stayed, hold on to them. Thank them. Not just in words, but in how you live. Because their love helped, and maybe even saved you in ways they'll never fully understand. You don't walk through fire and come out the same. You stop chasing what's fake. You crave real. You begin to build a different kind of life, not perfect but honest, grounded, yours. Real friendship isn't perfect. It's honest, it's patient. It survives the hard moments, it forgives, it grows. When you find that kind of friendship, protect it, nurture it, honor it. You don't have to stay who you've been. You can change. You're allowed to. You're not your past. You are who you're becoming. People who will love that version of you, they're out there, waiting to meet you. Every day can be a new beginning. You don't have to fix everything at once. Just give yourself a reason to try, set one goal, one small step, one deep breath, that's enough. That's how you rebuild a life. Shame is heavy, but it lies, it keeps you silent when you should speak. There is no shame in struggling, no shame in asking for help. Speaking the truth sets you free. You don't have to carry it alone anymore. Recovery is possible not just for others, for you. A new life is waiting, not perfect but real, and it's worth fighting for. If no one has told you lately, I'm proud of you for surviving, for still trying. You're doing better than you think. Keep going. You are not alone. It's okay to be tired, to move slowly, to fall and get back up. Let yourself rest. Let yourself be human. That's where healing happens. And finally, if you're still here, thank you for choosing to stay, for giving yourself more time, for letting these words hold your heart a little while longer. You are healing, even if it's slow, even if it's silent. You are becoming someone stronger, softer, braver, and that is more than enough. How many times have you said, I can't live like this anymore? How many times have you promised yourself that you would stop, that you were done with the cycle of destruction, the endless pull of addiction? You've probably said it more times than you can count, looking at yourself in the mirror, wondering how you got here again and feeling the weight of your own disappointment. Each time you think, this is the last time, but then you find yourself in the same place once more. And that feeling, the one that tells you that you'll never truly escape, it's so overwhelming, isn't it? The guilt, the shame, the hopelessness. You wonder if maybe this is your reality. You wonder if maybe there is no way out. It's easy to believe that because, after all, addiction isn't just something you do, it becomes something you are. It wraps itself around your thoughts, your choices, your life. It convinces you that you are powerless, that you'll never be enough to break free. But here's the thing that no one tells you enough. You can break free. It might not feel like it in the moment. It might seem impossible, even after all the times you've tried before. But it's not about how many times you've fallen. It's about how many times you choose to rise. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to have everything figured out. What you need is the courage to take the first step, however small that step might be. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the strength in the world. You just need to be honest with yourself. You need to admit that you deserve better than this, that you are worthy of peace, that you are worthy of a life where addiction doesn't hold the reins. It's okay if you've stumbled. It's okay if you've fallen into the same patterns again. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a failure. It just makes you human. The difference now is that you know it doesn't have to be this way forever. You know deep down that change is possible. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about getting started. The journey to recovery, to healing, to truly breaking free, it's not a straight line. There will be days when you feel like you're winning and days when you feel like you're losing. But every day you keep going, every day you keep choosing to show up is a step forward. So when you say, I can't live like this anymore, remember that it's not a statement of defeat. It's a declaration of change. It's you acknowledging that you're done with the pain, the hopelessness, the endless cycles. It's you saying, I'm ready for something different. And that's the moment where the journey truly begins. The thing is, you don't have to do it all alone. There are people out there who understand, who have walked this path before you. You may not see it now, but there's a whole world of support waiting for you. People who will stand by your side, people who have been where you are, who have felt what you're feeling, and who know how hard it is to make that first real step toward recovery. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it even when it's hard, especially when it feels impossible. When addiction has its grip on you, it tells you a story. It tells you that you're not worthy, that you'll never change, that this is just your fate. But that story isn't true. You have the power to rewrite it. Every day you choose to wake up and keep fighting, you're writing a new chapter. Every time you say no to the things that pull you under, you're creating the possibility of a life where addiction doesn't define you. It's not about erasing your past. It's about building a future that's different. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Every mistake, every setback is a lesson. It's not a mark of failure, but a mark of your resilience. You've been through a lot, but you're still here. You're still standing, even if it feels like you're standing on shaky ground. And that's something to be proud of. You've shown up every time, even when it felt like the weight of the world was too much to carry. But now, the real work begins. It's not about fighting the addiction. It's about healing the parts of yourself that made you turn to it in the first place. It's about looking inside and facing the pain that you've been running from. It's about taking the time to understand why you've been stuck, why you've been caught in this cycle, and then finding a way to release that pain without needing to escape through substances or behaviors. Recovery isn't a destination. It's a journey of learning to love yourself, to trust yourself, and to believe in yourself again. It's about rediscovering who you are without the mask of addiction, without the crutches you've been leaning on. And while that can be a scary thought, it's also incredibly liberating. Because the person you're becoming is someone who is stronger, wiser, and more capable than you realize right now. So the next time you say, "I can't live like this anymore," let it be a turning point. Let it be the moment you choose to stop surviving and start living. Let it be the moment you choose to reclaim your life, to take back control, and to build the future you deserve.